Hi guys! Welcome to my first video. I want to begin by apologizing for the quality of this video. I am filming on my computer because I don't have a camera which can record that will allow me to see myself. So I'm just gonna stick with this for now. But I do plan on buying a proper camera. So today I wanted to talk about being pregnant in Japan as a foreigner who doesn't speak Japanese at all, or who can only speak Japanese a little bit. So if you live here and you become pregnant and you can't speak Japanese, so you can't really look up information online that is catered towards English speakers, then you've come to the right place. So that's why I'm making this video. Because when I first became pregnant, I did a lot of Googling and searching for information about what it's like to be pregnant in Japan and what kind of process that pregnant women go through that is different from what they would go through in the States where I'm from. So it was really helpful for me with what I could find, but honestly there wasn't that much information. So that's what inspired me to make this series of videos. So the first thing that you probably want to do is get a home pregnancy test, an HPT. And I live in Tokyo, so I'm just going to go based off of what I know as a resident of Tokyo. And so you want to buy your HPT from a drugstore. And I'll write the names of how to say drugstore in Japanese on the screen, so you could type that into Google and see where your nearest one is located. Google Maps, and I'm sure you'll find one. So I'll insert a picture here of what you might be looking for when you are searching for pregnant HPTs in drugstores. They're probably located next to the condoms. I have purchased HPTs maybe twice from a drugstore, and I think one time I got a single, and then another time I think I got a double pack. And the single was around 500 or 600 yen, which is about $5 or $6. And then the double pack was probably around $8, $9, $10. And they're pretty much all the same. Pretty much all of them say you should test 7 days after your missed period, where the amount of HCG that it can detect has to be a minimum of 50, But that's not your only option. I have seen HPTs that are behind the counter in the drugstore in a special case that you have to ask the person working or the pharmacist for. Those are going to be early detection tests. I've never purchased them. I imagine that they'll be probably something like a 3-day before your missed period type of test, or maybe the day you missed your period type of test. You could ask the pharmacist or the person there if you can speak Japanese, or you can bring your friend or somebody you know who speaks Japanese. And I think those are going to be around 3,000 yen, or about $30, or maybe they're about from 2,000 to 3,000 would be my guess, $20 to $30. So you could, if you're impatient, you could get those. Besides drugstores, and this is what I would recommend you to do, is to go to amazon.jp and order an HPT off of there. They are definitely cheaper. That's how I got my pregnancy tests, the ones that I ended up using that were positive. So I got the clear blue, and yes, I kept the sticks because I'm a weirdo. Yeah, so they're just regular old sticks. You just pee on the little tip here, and then the line's gonna show up, and then if you're pregnant, the second line shows up. For me, it showed up within probably 10 seconds, and it's really simple. It's just super simple to use. Now the directions were almost all in Japanese. I don't know why I kept the directions, but I did. So I kept the directions. But there's a little section here at the bottom in English with pictures. Instructions for use. And then on the other side there, oh, it's just a continuation. So if it's positive, you'll see 2 lines. If it's negative, you'll see 1 line. So yeah, this one was called Clear Blue. It might have been the cheapest on Amazon. So that's why I got it. So that's what worked for me. After you get your positive tests is when you can go ahead and make your first appointment. And I would suggest you make an appointment at a what they call ladies' clinic. So a clinic which is for serving women's needs. If you go to a hospital, a big hospital, they might charge you a fee for not having a referral from a doctor from a clinic. That happened to me once. I had to go to a hospital because of an emergency. I didn't have a referral, and I think it cost me about $70 because I didn't have a referral. So if you want to avoid paying that, then just go to a ladies' clinic, and there you will first do a urine test and fill out all your information, and they're going to probably give you a clinic card, which you're going to have to keep with you every time you go back. That's what you're going to give to the front desk first thing. So you get the urine test, and they see that you're really pregnant. Then you'll go speak with a doctor. I did have a transvaginal ultrasound the first time I went in, and I was, I think, about 8 weeks along. I actually have a picture. Okay, I wasn't 8 weeks. I was about 7 weeks and 6 days, plus or minus 13. Yeah, just tiny little peanut in there. So I did get an ultrasound picture the first time I went, which was nice. After the transvaginal ultrasound, she told me what to expect, like when I'll be coming back. And so basically the first appointment was just to confirm the pregnancy. We didn't really talk too much. I will say that my clinic is pretty busy, and I chose that clinic because the main doctor who works there speaks English fluently, quite well, and she's very nice, she's very kind, but it's usually quite busy in there. There's usually other foreigners there waiting to be seen as well. Because of that, I feel like the appointments are definitely rushed. The doctor doesn't have too much to say. She asks me how I'm doing, if I'm feeling okay, and I tell her I'm feeling fine. She doesn't ask any more questions, really. Maybe where you live, a smaller clinic, or if you live in the countryside, maybe the appointment might be more intimate, or you might have time to ask more questions. If you want to find a clinic with an English-speaking doctor, you can definitely try Googling. If you don't care to have an English-speaking doctor, I would suggest you go to the ladies' clinic that is closest to your home, because if you are going to be suffering with morning sickness or nausea or fatigue or anything that's going to make you feel sick, then you probably don't want to do what I have to do and take a bus, a train, and then transfer trains, and then walk to the clinic, which totals probably an hour from my home, just to see the doctor. A few times I had to get my husband to use his mom's car to drive us there, because there was just no way I was going to be able to stand for 10 minutes even just to walk to my nearest bus stop. It would have been impossible. So the last thing I want to talk about is, after you confirm your pregnancy, you want to go to your local city office, city government office, and you want to register your pregnancy, because when you register your pregnancy, you will get a book of coupons. And these coupons, oh, I forgot to mention, this is only if you have national health insurance, national Japanese health insurance. If you work for a company and you get private health insurance, then you have a different process. But I have Japanese national health insurance. So this is the book. You're going to get a book of like coupons, and you're going to use these to get a discount for your visits for a few ultrasounds and maybe blood tests. So, very important. You'll also get some handbooks, which are all in Japanese, I think. And most importantly is you'll get this. It's called Boshitecho. And you need to bring this with you to all of your appointments. And your doctor's gonna fill in information about your baby and you. Every week they'll just write in the information and a little stamp there. And oh, you get a little sticker also you can put on your car so you can get a special parking spot. Although I haven't seen many places that offer that special parking spot for pregnant women. Yeah, and this is free. And I think you can get one in English. I know you can purchase them in English. You also get, very important, is a little badge. They call it a badge. This little thingy. And it says, "There's a baby in my stomach." And you attach this to your purse or something you're wearing, and it tells people on the train or bus, public transportation, that you're pregnant, so give me a seat. So very handy. And that's about it. The cost. My first visit was 9,640 yen, so about $96, $95. And that includes the ultrasound and all other various fees. And the next visit was about $60. I had an ultrasound again. And then I did have one visit, which was 17,680 yen, so about $175. And that time I had a blood test. That was the only time I ever had a blood test. And I haven't been back since, but I'm going tomorrow. So hopefully they tell me everything's okay. Alright, so So that's about it. Thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions, I would be happy to answer them. Just please comment it below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Hope you have a great day.